Guys, welcome to my channel. How's everybody doing? My name is Bukky, and if you're just seeing me for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, comment and share, and invite your friends over to just join the conversation. Anyway, I think there's never always a good introduction when you make a video, especially a YouTube video. I've watched few and there's just never a good introduction except for hello guys, hi guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bukky. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bukky. Except for all of that. But anyway, let's dig right into it. So, a few days ago on my Instagram account, that's for my blog. And don't forget to visit my blog at www.bukkydblogspot.com. That's www.bukkydblogspot.com. I posted like a mini video, like Snapchat ranting video, talking to myself video, about this girl going through it. I'm going through it, okay? And sometimes it feels like it's never going to end. Especially when you are a full-time mom with a full-time job. And also in between, you're a full-time student. Now, I'm not the only one going through this. I mean, there are some women out there who are doing this and do it so gracefully, and you can't even tell. I mean, they make it look so easy when they do it, but it can be a lot sometimes. And this past few days has been one of those days that when I feel so overwhelmed and I just want to quit and take one thing at a time. But I guess the next day is always different. You feel different the next day, and which is today. Can you tell? Life can be hard sometimes, and life can be very hectic. Life can be somewhat life is never fair. Life is never fair. It's just always a win-win game. Okay, if you don't do it, you won't know. If you don't pursue it, you would not know what the results would be like. So you just basically have to do it for you to know. And life has been very hectic on this hand. And schooling, God, can be hard. Yes, can be hard. And this, for the past few days now, I've been very overwhelmed, especially with schooling. In between that, trying to take care of yourself. In between that, trying to attend to your family. In between that, trying to work, go to work and come back and just be a normal person, just be a regular person. In between that, you're trying to enjoy life. Like, you're so stressed, you're so tense, you're trying to relax, and you just don't have the time to do it. And I've been going through it for the past few days. Thank God for today, I feel better. I guess there will be days when, things will just make you feel like, this is just not working out. For me, I've always wanted, like, I'm a go-getter. I've always wanted to juggle one, two, three things at a time. And sometimes I feel like I dive into it, then I realize, I think I've bitten more than I could chew, and it's just too late to go back. It's just too late to say, I'm not doing this anymore. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. That's the only way you can get through it. But I believe it's going to get better. And I believe with God, all things are possible, of course. With God, everything is possible. Okay? So, just a quick summary on my last blog. My last topic on my blog about how life has been fair and maybe unfair to me. Someone actually asked me and said, so do I think, or why do I feel like life has not been fair or been unfair to me? And I kind of felt like I had to kind of explain myself. Now, we all have stories, okay? And sometimes our stories can define who we are. Our stories can change us into a different person, depending on how you handle it. for me, life has been fair, very fair. And life, even though life is never fair, life can be fair sometimes. And for me, it has been from pain to grace. Okay, when I was growing up, I grew up in a very large family, and I was different. I noticed that I was different from the other people. I noticed that I looked different from the other people. I noticed that my name is different from the rest of the family. Like, we have a common name, and my name was just a different name, you know, in the family. I also noticed that my last name was different. And now, as a young girl, I just couldn't fathom or understand why my last name was different, or why do I look different, and why is my name even different. Like my siblings, they all have like a common, simple, regular Muslim name. Now you know, I'm from a Muslim background, so they all have like Muslim names, and I don't. I have a different name from them. I can't remember asking my mom why my name was different, but I guess, of course, at one point I had to ask her, why is my last name different from my siblings? And she had to explain the reason why, and the reason was because we shared different dad. We shared different. No, is that how to say? The reason was because we don't have the same dad. They have their dad, which is my stepdad, and I have my dad, which she don't know, you know. But I didn't fall from heaven. She had me for someone, and if you read my blog, if you went on my blog and read the last topic about meeting my uncle for the first time, and my uncle coming around when I was outside, and him asking me where my mom was, and I had to tell him my mom was in the kitchen, and taking him to my mom, and she's screaming out loud, saying, oh, for the past 10 years, I was 10. Someone finally showed up. Someone finally came and asked about her, you know. Before then, no one. Didn't see anyone, no one. I was just there. And I would just go through life. And I went through a lot when I was growing up, because I was different. Because my name was different. Because my last name was different. I went through few name callings. Now, if you grow up in Nigeria, of course, maybe in Africa, that term, bastard, oh God, I was called that many times, in front of me, behind me. Somebody telling my mom I'm a bastard. Basically just being tagged. Because I was different. Because my mom brought a child into a situation that I already had his own thing going on, you know. And I remember my mom always trying to fight for me, always trying to fight off people, off me, you know, from tagging me, from calling me names, from accusing me of things that's not even, you know, like irrelevant things, just to start something, just to start a fight, you know. And I'm holding my phone, so my hand is is killing me. I remember my mom doing all that for me, and finally meeting my dad's side of the family for the first time, and feeling like, yes, now I can feel like I belong somewhere. Now I can feel like I have people who loves me, that would not tag me or call me names. I remember feeling that sense of peace, that sense of joy, when I met each side of the family. Now, I was a sickly child when I was growing up. I was very sick. I was always sick almost every month, if not every other month. And I remember my mom always fighting, crying every time I get sick. Now, if you're in Nigeria, you don't make enough money, and even if you do, it's still not enough. Healthcare is messed up, still is. And every time I get sick, she will, God, spend money, the money that she didn't have, look for it. I remember one time I was very sick and she was right there crying in front of me, sobbing, basically just saying, like, why her? Like, why is she the only one going through this? You know, like, I didn't fall from, she didn't want to go pick me up from somewhere. She and someone, you know, had me together. Why is this person just not caring, not trying to look for me to help? You know, she went through all of that. She had those moments that she just had to just let out, you know, and say something and say things like that, and she will cry. Now, when I met my dad's side of the family, like I said, that is like a whole new thing for another day, because as soon as I met my dad's side part of the family, then there comes another, go to your daddy's house, go to your daddy's house. After all, you know who they are now. Go out, go talk to them, go meet them, go live over there. Girl, it was not easy. But today, when I look back, when I look at those moments, I mean, the story has been so long. Sometimes I just don't know how to narrate it, because I've been through those times whereby I just cry. I've cried. I've asked God, why me? Why this? Why that? Why Bukky, basically? So now when I try to tell the story, it seems like, because I've been through those days. And some days when I have the moment of just crying, like even some days now, like I have a reflection, like I reflect back to when, like a flashback, and I would just cry, So overcoming that, to me, felt like life was not being fed to me. Like going through that, to me, feels like life was not being fed to me. Like, why? Why do I have to be name tag? Because I was different. Why do I have to be accused? Because I was different. Why do I have to, why did my mom have to go through such trouble and such pain? Because she created someone different, or she brought in somebody who's different to the world. Why did she have to go through all of that? Why can't she just be accepted like everyone else and say, we love you, come with the baby, with the child, it's fine, it's okay? Why did she have to be name tagged? And me name tag, both of us name tag. I remember my mom sometimes when I was growing up, she would literally stay in front of me, try to fight off one person, take on 2 people, 3 people, all because of me, and I'll be behind her. Sometimes she would tell me, grab me the stick, grab me the bucket of water. I've had a moment whereby she was fighting for me, and she said to me, go grab me a bucket of water. And I went to grab a bucket of water, and she literally picked it up and poured it on the person. Why? All because Bukky is different. All because she has a child who is different. And now I feel like it wasn't fair. It's not fair. I didn't feel like life was being fair to me then. But now life has been fair. That's just the way I feel. And this is just a way to encourage people. Like I said, I'm in that stage of my life right now where I feel like I would like to share my story. I would like to share where I came from. All this just didn't happen. This 28 years old looking girl, I just didn't, boom, blossom out of somewhere. I've had to been through things. I've had to gone through things. I'm still going through stuff, and it has not been easy, but God has been great. So this is just a way to encourage someone that whatever you're going through, whatever it is you might be going through, dad being around, mom being around, family member tagging you, calling name, don't let that define you. Obviously, I have not let that, I've not allowed that to define me. I've always had to work really hard against the odds. Like, I would tell myself and say, you know what? I must be better than this. More like trying to prove them wrong, and trust me, it works for me. And if whatever you're going through, if you're just going through it, it's fine. The key thing is make sure you stay prayed up. Prayer, for me, helped me solve everything. I guess maybe that's why now when I look back, when I try to talk about it, it makes you feel like, oh, You know, like the pain is gone, but the memory is still there. I still remember every single thing that happened. I still remember what I went through when I was about up to uh 17, from 10 to 17. I still remember. And now from 17 up to this age, yeah, it's still basically so vivid. But with prayers, things has been a little bit more easier to handle, easier to, to react to. You know, of course I'm human. Like I said, I cry sometimes. Yeah, I do. I cry. But it still doesn't it doesn't put me down anymore. Back then when I used to just break down and get depressed and just don't want to do nothing. But now I feel better. I feel different because of prayers. Prayers does everything. If you're going through whatever you're going through, pray to God. God listens. It might not happen the way you want it to happen right away, but if you just keep on pushing, just another day, push, trust me, before you know it, things will be happening. So until next time, don't forget to visit my blog at www.bukkydblogspot.com, and also visit my my Instagram page on Bukky's blog on Instagram. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Invite your friends. Let's talk, let's interact. Until then, bye-bye.